welcome to This is Random.
I'm Téh.
And I'm Adri. Today we will be talking about our social life and living in New York.
New York.
That's where we live.
So, as we said, we are from New York. We are based in New York. We do everything in New York.
Basically, we're New Yorkers.
I know. It's so weird. Like, you ever run into people from other states or other countries and they have such this mystical
idea of
New York. Yeah, and it's so interesting.
It's what they find on TV. It's like, oh my gosh, like Broadway shows and people like go out and eat. You stay out till like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. It's a city that doesn't sleep.
I know. It's just hilarious to me because I don't agree.
I mean, you and I know that we go to, like, my bedtime is like 11 o'clock. My brain shut down at 9.
Mm-hmm.
That's me. The only time I'm staying up that late anymore is if I have no choice. Like, I can't go home because the person who I'm with don't want to leave yet. But that's about it. Other than that, I'm inside my house.
It's funny. I remember back in high school when I did Model UN, we had these, I think they were Italian, like these foreign exchange. They weren't they were students, but they were from another school, an Italian school, and we were all going to be going to the United Nations for a conference. So they actually came to our high school, I guess, to see what an American high school was like, and we had to kind of like tour them around the school and everything. And it's just funny to me because they would ask questions like, oh, you must go to like Broadway plays every Friday night, and you must do this, you must go to these clubs. And the entire time I'm like, I'm 16
and broke. Like, Broadway tickets are so expensive. Like, I enjoy Broadway shows, but I am definitely not gonna spend like $400 just to see going like discounts.
Yeah.
Like, there's like student discounts, and sometimes the website give discounts, and that's when I'll go. But other than that, I'm finding that illegally. Don't tell the government.
No, but New York is back.
Back?
It's back in the sense where, as you all know, we are in the middle of a pandemic. And I am going to say in the middle of it because we are still in a freaking pandemic. I do not care what anyone says. But for, I guess, the most part, New York is back. Like, Broadway's opening up. Tourism is back and running. And places are opening. Places are staying up later, even overnight. There's bars. Clubs are opening now. So New York is back, apparently.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. I've been inside my house.
I mean, I hope you would be. Because, again, we are in a pandemic.
I mean, I go out like twice. I go out like once or twice. Like to hang out with like friends and stuff, but other than that, I don't really go anywhere. I've literally been inside my house for like 4 days now straight.
Do you miss it though? Like, I guess let's say nightlife, like bars, clubs, and do you miss that?
No, because I'm cheap. I'm part of the cheap committee, and going out costs money. And I would like to save my money for random stuff on Amazon. I'm not gonna lie, I buy a lot of random stuff that I don't need, and I prefer to spend my money like that instead of paying like overpriced for liquor. Like, the amount of money that I use to buy alcohol, I can go to the liquor store and buy way more bottles, right? So like, I stopped drinking wine at bars and stuff because the price that I'm paying for a glass is the same price for a whole bottle. and I prefer to get drunk inside my house.
I never order wine when we go out. Like the most I'll do is a sangria, and while like I know it is technically wine, I don't consider it wine. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I feel like it's its own category, which it kind of is.
kind of is, yeah.
So
I don't know
it's
much.
like, but it's like actual like wine. I don't order it when we go. I feel like it's just too. It's not worth it in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely not worth it.
Exactly, but I'm not gonna lie. I kind of do miss. I miss clubs. I miss going out dancing only because I feel like the last time we went sucked. Do you remember? It was for my birthday. In March, we went to Mama Sushi, and then I was like, "Oh, I want to go dancing after," and we went to that like Latin club that was just empty.
Yeah, I thought I had fun.
No, it was fun. Okay, it was fun. I'm not gonna say it wasn't fun. It was fun. I had a great time. However, I wanted like a full-on club.
With like random people pushing up against you, full on club.
Yeah.
Oh. I prefer less people. Less people means I have more fun. I don't
True.
find it fun with like a whole bunch of people and they're just like all up on you.
All right, let's not. All right, I don't want to say like a bunch of. Well, there's a ranch around. I don't want to say like I want them like pushed up against me. It's more so like meet new people.
Oh,
Like
okay.
just you're meeting a bunch of like new people. Yeah.
For that night
Yeah.
that
Pretty
you'll
much.
never talk to ever again.
Yeah, I like that. I like meeting people and then knowing I will probably never talk to them. Like, it's like just like that one moment. You just have that in one night, and then
Yeah, and you're best friends in that night. Yeah.
your best friend just for that one. Do you remember when we went to Johnny Utah?
Yeah.
It's close, by the way. For anyone, well, I was gonna say for anyone that doesn't know, which I'm assuming is most of you. Johnny Utah was actually a really good bar. We used to go to occasionally. It had a mechanical bull. That shit was fun.
Yeah, it
That
was
was fun. It's closed permanently now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I looked into it because I was like, oh, we should go back, but they're closed permanently apparently, so they're not coming back anytime soon. At least in that location. But do you remember that one night we went and then you met that guy?
What guy?
That guy, and then it was him and his boyfriend, and you were like, he reminds you of another friend of ours.
Oh, yes. Oh, it was because of his
It was
like,
his dancing, wasn't it?
no, it was just he gave off that
Vibe.
that vibe.
Yeah.
Like he was so like extrovert, an extra extrovert. Like
Because he was with his own group of friends, but they were all dancing. He was like up dancing.
yeah,
he was like
having real fun.
And then you went up to him and you just like introduced himself. I was like, I want to be your friend. Do you remember that?
I do that a lot.
You do.
I do.
You are such a social butterfly.
But I'm really not. I'm a shy person too.
Really?
Yeah. You've
I'm
known me for
shocked.
so long and you are surprised.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Because you are so quick to talk to people. Or you know, maybe it's like you make it look so easy.
Oh, probably.
I think that's what it is.
But internally, I'm screaming.
Are you? Are you like freaking out? Like,
I'm
oh
like
my god, oh my god, oh my
freaking
god.
out on the inside. Talking to people freak me out. Like on the inside, I get so nervous. Like I have to convince myself, like, okay, I'm gonna just do it. And I like count to like 3, but I trick myself.
Yeah.
At least I try to. Like 1, 2, and I just do it before I get to 3, knowing full well I'm gonna do that. But I tell myself I'm counting to 3, and then I do it on 2.
I feel like you're so good at meeting new people.
Oh, fake
Like
it till you make it.
extremely good at it. Like I'm very jealous of you for that. Like genuinely.
Yeah, and now you know the truth. Does it make
that
you
you're
feel
nervous right the entire time. So now every time we go out and I see you talking to a random person, and all I'm gonna be thinking is internally, she's freaking out.
Yeah,
she is
pretty much.
freaking out right now. She does not want to do this.
I do not want to do it. I want to go home. That's what I want to do. I want to go home and be in my room with my teddy bear and watch TV and drink wine and then go to bed. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're getting to that age of it's just not fun anymore.
I mean, I don't know if I would say it's not fun anymore. I just think we're at the age where we prefer like not to go out as much. Like we've known each other for like 11, 12 years now. And
This month will make 12. No. This month would be 11 years? No.
No.
Yeah, yes, 11
12,
years.
right?
No.
it doesn't matter. It's a
Yes,
long
it does.
time.
I need to like know if I'm good at math. It does.
Well, apparently you're not that great.
No, we're going to do this. We met in 2009.
Okay.
This is 2011. Oh my God. 2021. No, okay. Wait. It's because I'm thinking like 2021 and I'm like 11 minus 9 because the one at the end of 2021.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. Stop it!
It's okay to admit that you suck at math. I suck at
No.
math. Okay, go ahead.
No,
right,
I'm
try.
not admitting that 12 years. No, oh my God. Can you just do the math for me? I can't do this
I'm
anymore.
already on a calculator. It's 12 years.
12 years? Okay, I've had a really long day.
Yeah?
I've had a really long day. This lady cut me off getting on the bus, and I'm just...
Okay, so she's meditating right now, guys.
It's I don't see. All right, no, but you know what pissed me off about it is like I don't mind people cutting people on the bus because, again, living in New York, people do that. Like people just actually no, I am upset by that. I hate that shit. I hate people cutting, even though I do it sometimes. But I hate it when it's done to me. I'm that type of person. But it's the way she like just shoved her arm in front of my face to cut me off and didn't even like ask the driver if she's like, hey, I don't got fare. She just like kept walking like she was like sneaking her way off.
Oh.
I think that's what annoyed me about it. If it was like she tried to step in front of me but at least acknowledged me, like even looked me in the face to like ask, hey, can I come on or whatever, yeah, I mean I'd probably be annoyed, but it's like, you know,
I'm sorry. In that moment, you did not exist.
Clearly I existed enough for her to stick her freaking arm out.
I mean, you're like one of those bugs. Just died.
Oh, fuck that. But
Okay. So she's a little bit angry right now.
I'm okay. I'm just I'm more bitter than angry.
She's salty.
I am salty, but again, that's a New York thing.
Well-
New Yorkers are amazing. New York people are amazing to me. I find them very interesting. You know the saying where they're like, if you can live in New York, you could live anywhere. I kind of, not anywhere, like in the literal sense, but I kind of genuinely believe that. Like living in New York, you can live practically anywhere.
Yeah, like you've experienced like so many different people
Mm-hmm.
that like go into other places. Either they're like the same or they're better.
Yeah.
And you just get words.
I can't count, you can't speak. Match made in heaven.
Accustomed.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. To just the way of living. I
Yeah.
think it's like that everywhere. I mean, I could be wrong. You guys could tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right.
But I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like New York hits different. I feel like, for one thing, the people. Like, do you believe, you know that there's that belief New Yorkers are, I guess, the meanest? I keep seeing this thing where people are like, oh, New York is the meanest state, or New York is the rudest state. Do you believe that?
No, I think they're honest. Like they're kind people. Like
Yeah.
New Yorkers are actually kind. Maybe because I live here and I'm a but I think we're pretty kind.
I think people that claim that New York is, or New Yorkers are rude, just don't know how to handle it. Like, I feel like being a New Yorker, you have to have a certain type of humor, personally. And you also have to have a certain attitude towards life. Because New York is a very, I gotta get this done. Like, I got shit to do. I need to go. Like, that's one, I guess, stereotype of New York I completely agree with.
I see it more. I agree with that, but the way I see it is, we have a dark humor and a bossy attitude.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
And
it.
then people take that bossy attitude, or do you think being bossy is rude?
They take it that way.
But no, but I'm asking, like, do you think, like, being bossy is rude?
No, not if you have.
I think
like,
it's
if
the way
you're-
you say it.
Yeah, it's like having a bossy attitude doesn't necessarily are rude. It's just you know what you want, and you go after what you want, and you just have a way of doing things, and some people aren't doing it that specific way because they don't know. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it
It makes
kind of
sense to
does.
me.
It does. But like I said, like, I think people outside of New York that interpret that as bossy, they just have a different way of viewing things. Like, I don't know. I remember, I will never forget this because I wrote a whole status on Facebook about it. But it was a few years ago. I was leaving school when I was in college, and I was walking down the sidewalk, and honestly, I don't know if this couple were from New York or not, but they were still a couple, and they were walking in front of me, and they were holding hands, and the sidewalk isn't that big, really. So they're taking up a good majority of the sidewalk just by holding hands. And I was annoyed because I'm walking, and I think I have kind of like a brisk pace when I walk, especially if it's like I'm trying to go home. I'm trying to get to the train and go home. So I'm like, I'm not really like trying to leisurely take my time on my journey. So I would like to pass them at some point, but I can't because they're walking fast enough where they're clearly in front of me, but they're walking slow enough where they're right, and I can't cut. Like, it's really hard to explain. Do you know what I mean?
Why didn't you just say excuse me and pass them?
Because I feel like that's rude.
That's not rude. They're in your way. Say excuse me and then walk past them.
I don't like confrontation.
It's not a confrontation.
It's not. I'm just a wuss.
Okay. So,
but even, yeah, it's just they were just taking up the sidewalk with their love, and that pissed me off.
okay guys, so in the future, do not take up the sidewalk with your love, okay?
No, do not. If you are coming to New York, do not do that shit. Like, keep it moving. Let's go. Like, let's do this. You know where you gotta go? Let's go. You know what's funny? I saw this video on Instagram, and it was like a skit, and it was like, oh, when your friend from out of town comes to visit you in New York, and it was like the friend, she was like, she was looking, it was like, oh, she looked at her phone and she saw the distance. She was like, it says it's like 10 blocks. Should we grab a cab? What? And I found that so funny. I actually found that so funny because I've seen that happen. I've literally seen someone grab a cab for like a 10, maybe 12 block radius. Like, I've seen them get on a cab, and then I walked, and then I saw them get out of the cab. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to clear it up, I cannot walk as fast as a cab. There was traffic. Cab was slow. But yeah, and I literally said, I'm just like,
I think it's It's like seeing it on your phone and then actually walking is like two different things. Like you could see it on your phone and it looks very far. However, when you're walking, you're already there
Yeah.
and you didn't even notice. I like to walk places. I prefer to walk places
I
because
do
I don't have
too.
cab money. Cab money is a privilege that I do not have. So I would walk, put on music, and I'm there before I know it.
Personally, I just love walking too. Like again, when I would like take the train from school, there was a 6 train right underneath because I went to Hunter College. So right underneath Hunter, there was a 6 train, and I could easily take the 6 to transfer to my next train that would take me back home. But instead, I would just walk to that second train, which was like a good maybe 10-15 blocks, and just catch the train that would take me home. I would just go directly to that and just walk there.
That would take you like 10, 15 minutes, right?
It did. It only took like 10-15 minutes. It wasn't that bad. Like I could have took the 6 and probably would have got to that train in like 2 minutes, but I don't mind the walk. Plus, any excuse to like work out without actually working out is a bonus.
I don't like working out.
I know.
I like sitting down. I am a couch potato, a skinny couch potato.
Aren't you so lucky?
I know.
You're so blessed.
It's because I don't exercise. Guys, I'm not saying like I'm a personal trainer or whatever, but what I'm saying is you can do nothing and still lose. But don't believe me, because I just lied.
You have good genetics in that area. That's what it is.
Yeah. I have a fast metabolism.
That too. But let's go over some things. What are some things that we've done? Like say living in your like activities for anyone that's listening that would like to come to New York for whatever reason.
Okay.
Whatever reason you would like. What are some things that we've done?
Well, ice skating, karaoke for sure. Don't like ice skating.
I don't like ice skating.
I've done ice skating.
I know you do. I can't stand ice skating. I hate it so much.
It's okay. You just have to embrace the fall. That's it.
No. I don't like it.
It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to like it. I don't like museums. You like
I know.
museums.
I love museums.
I can't stand museums. I don't know why I'm looking at dead people art.
It's, you know what it is? I think with museums, it's not just the art, but it's a very slow paced environment. Like the whole point of it is to just take in your surroundings.
Okay.
And but as much as like New York is such like a fast paced life, I feel like museums are that one little area where you can slow down and take your time.
I mean, you could slow down and take your time anywhere else too.
No, you can't. Not in New York. Keep it moving.
I've done it. Like I can walk very slow, just taking in my environment. I sit down and take in my environment all the time. It's called people watching. Very fun.
I love people. That's another activity to do if you plan on coming to New York. People watch. The things you will see.
I literally just watch them walk, like their footsteps. I like look at every people's foot pattern and see if there's like a difference in the way they walk.
But you don't
and
like
judge them.
do you not like you don't like look at people and like look at what they're wear, like their style or just what they're doing and just like kind of just imagine their life.
I mean, I don't imagine their life. I imagine what they're named based on how they look.
That too. That's actually kind of fun.
Yeah. So I'll like guess their name just because. And then you're right. There are moments where I'm like, oh, they're going home to like 2 kids. They have no respect for them. I like make up shit like that. But other activities that done together, actually arcade.
Arcade, Dave and Buster's.
Yeah, Dave and Buster's.
Dave and Buster's. I have a love-hate relationship with Dave and Buster's. I love it because of what. Huh?
You lost a lot of stuff in Dave and Buster's.
Oh my god. Okay. I lost my phone a couple years ago. It was I think it was like maybe like 3-4 years ago. I lost my phone Oh my God, that was so traumatic. That wasn't that traumatic, honestly. It wasn't that bad that I lost my phone. I just kind of played it up to be that bad because I didn't want my mom to get mad at me.
Well,
Because I have
now
this
she
thing.
knows.
Yeah, I mean, I think I told her at some point. But it's like I do this thing. I kind of feel like, you know that saying where they're like, the more you say a lie, the more it becomes believable.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. The more you tell yourself, it's like manifestation. The more you tell yourself you kind of feel this way, like a certain emotion,
feeling
it will
that
show.
way?
It will start to show.
I see.
So the more I kind of like,
Stressed.
yeah, get distressed and just stressed in general about the situation, the more it will come out. And I was honestly just hoping for sympathy that she wouldn't be that pissed. But I mean,
it wasn't your fault that you lost.
it was my fault.
It was your fault.
Personally, I think one of the workers found it and they refused to
it.
call me back. I do. But
Yeah.
that's, like I said, I have a love-hate with Dave and Buster's. I love it because
It's fun.
It's fun.
It's
It is fun.
gambling for people.
it's fun.
Young adults and adults.
I think it's good depending on the time that you
Yeah.
go. Like,
The night, like really late at night,
mm-hmm.
when there's not really kids, because they just mess up the whole environment. Like they shouldn't be there at all. They have their own stuff. It's called Chuck E. Cheese or something like that.
Chuck E. Cheese is still open?
Who cares?
I kind of do. I mean, I've only been there like once in my childhood, but I remember the commercials. It was still there.
I mean, I think it still exists. I mean, I only been there once, like a few years ago actually, because I've never been there before.
Mm-hmm.
And now, me and my other friend, we went, and it was like Dave and Buster's, but for children,
Yeah,
which is what it is.
it is.
So I prefer Dave and Buster's. That, and it's more stuff and a more adult life. But I think we've been there like so many times that we're just.
Yeah. But I also kind of hate it because I feel like I got COVID from there. I genuinely think like the last time I got COVID, which was in May, I got it from there.
You went without me.
No, that was the time we went together.
Oh,
Your
It was
birthday.
May?
Yes.
Oh, didn't you have on your mask, girl?
We did wear a mask. That's the thing, though. It's like we wore masks, but if you touch a game, it's how clean they sanitize their games. And then if you're fixing your mask, or even if you touch your face after, it's right then and there.
They had like hand sanitizer.
But people
facing
don't
around.
sanitize. People don't use it that often.
Oh, I use it.
People don't, especially kids. Especially if there's kids there.
Yeah, for some reason they let in kids. Like before, when around the time when I turned 21, I tried to go with my other friend, and he was 20, and they were like, "Oh, it's after a certain time. You can't come in unless you're 21."
I think it's like 9 p.m.
Yeah. And the oldest person have to be like 25 or 27
Mm-hmm.
for somebody under 21 get in.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? That makes no sense. But then they let in all these little kids. That's ridiculous. Anyways,
I know, it's Dave and Buster's. There's actually another arcade I kind of want to go to. I'm not going to say it here because I want us to go to it first. I'm going to gatekeep. I hate people that gatekeep shit, but I'm going to gatekeep this just for the fact that I have yet to be there.
okay.
Once we've gone there, we'll talk about it on the podcast, but I want to gatekeep it for now cuz it's like starting to pick up traction on social media. And when we go, I don't want it to be too crowded. So, but it's a
yeah.
karaoke. We haven't done
Yeah.
karaoke in forever. We should do that soon.
Uh,
Are they open?
yeah,
Like karaoke bars?
karaoke's open.
But like individual rooms though, right?
Yeah, like we went. I went for our friend birthday thing, and they were open. The only thing is they said no alcohol in the room, but I think it's because we had an underage person with us.
Yeah.
So
That makes sense. But I
Yeah.
mean, that makes sense if it's a private room.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's better now with COVID is to do private rooms compared to
Outside
the
with.
outside. But honestly, I don't like maybe I'm just like socially awkward. I don't like the big when it's like in the room where everyone is there out in the open.
Yeah.
And it's like just one screen and everyone that's at the bar does it. Maybe I'm just like socially awkward.
I mean, I feel like that's better.
The private room or the
Yeah.
open group?
Private rooms are
Yeah.
better. What else? We've done a flash mob once. That was
my
fun.
God.
I don't care if you didn't like it. I enjoyed it.
Okay. So, story time. Adri and I, we had a job that we worked at together. We no longer work there, fortunately.
What does that have to do with?
It's just for context background. We had a job, we worked
Oh.
together, and our boss, she
Okay.
had a friend who runs silent parties.
Okay.
And she asked us, or she asked one of us, or I think the other one came, but she asked us to go.
Oh.
I don't. Your memory is so bad, you don't remember this.
Yeah.
But she asked us to go, or she told us to go, really. So we went.
Didn't it suck?
Yeah. So most people, I'm assuming most people know, but silent parties are pretty much you get like these giant over ear headsets, and it has like 3 or 2 radio stations, and someone is controlling it. So you're pretty much only listening to the music through the headset, but out in the open, you don't hear shit. But we went to one. I think it was us and maybe like 8 or 10 other people, and we have our headset, and he does a tour around New York City, or just around like a small part of New York or whatever. And it was just
I
awkward.
remember now.
And then, oh my God, there was a moment, he would be like on the headset, there would be like people coming towards us, and he'd be like in the headset like, okay guys, so now we're just gonna like start clapping at this random couple right here. And then we would just like start clapping at them, and they would look so confused. And then I think what like turned me off on it was we went down to Grand Central, I think it was Grand Central Terminal, and like went to the middle, and he had us gather around like we were doing like some kind of tour, and then he made us can dance in the middle of Grand Central.
Yeah.
That shit was so uncomfortable, so awkward.
Yeah, but I was specifically talking about the
dance, the train.
The dance
Okay,
that we
that's what I was
did in Times Square.
We were in Times Square.
Was that Times? I feel like
I know
it was
we were in the
Times Square.
train. We were in like I think like the S train or the L train.
No, that's like before that.
Okay, wait. I know. Okay. I'll get to that. We should get to
Okay.
that. We'll get to that because that happened like years before. But I know that was fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did. Before we get to that, God, we did a silent flash mob thing for our boss's friend. That was awkward, and actually, it was kind of fun. Because there was a moment we went on the train and we started dancing, and then we like ran up to random people. As the night went on, it got more fun.
Yeah.
Figure
I
the-
think it's because everybody was tired.
And then I think people started playing along with it
Yeah.
because it was like getting late, it was going on like 10, 11 o'clock. So at that point, you run into a lot of weird people in New York. And at that point, everyone's up for anything. So people went along with this. So that was fun. But a couple years before that, we did a flash mob for this organization called Dance for Kindness. I still get emails from them on their newsletter.
Same.
You do?
Yeah, I was thinking of doing it again, but I guess their organization is so big now
Yeah.
that I saw that they were charging for you to participate.
What?
But when we did it, it kind of just started, so it was free to participate.
So you have to pay
So
to participate in the dance?
yeah, I think that's what I saw. Like I was thinking that we could do it again, and I clicked on it, and I was like,
Not if we gotta pay.
yeah, I could dance for free.
You know what it is? Someone will live stream the event, and we'll just come over to your house, and we'll like live stream it on the projector, and we'll just dance along in your room.
Okay,
That
or
sounds
we could
like,
just put on music and
or
dance.
that too. I cannot believe we have to like pay to participate. But we did do a flash mob in Times Square for this organization called Dance for Kindness. I still don't know what the organization's for.
I think it's just basically like a day where you do things,
Yeah,
not
but the
for like personal
organization's
gain, but for giving somebody else joy and connecting with the entire world. Like, remember the point of it was other countries have the same dance and we all do it at the same time.
yeah.
So it was like connecting around the world and the people with us, kind
I
of.
wish I could find the song. I actually like the song that we did it to. I wish I remembered it, but that was a fun. I would like to do it again if they were free. I did not know you have to pay. That's crazy. But what else have we done?
We've done picnics and
Those are fun. Picnics are fun. Picnics and beach days. Those are fun.
yeah,
At the beach.
at the beach and in a park. We've done in a park.
Do you remember when that kid came up? You were there that
Oh
time,
my
right?
gosh, yeah. This random kid came up to our picnic and he decided to join us. We're like, where's your parent?
He asked for our food. I think we had like cupcakes or something
Yeah,
like
we
that.
had like cupcakes.
It was was that the Easter one?
Yeah, it was the Easter. It was like an Easter celebration.
Yeah,
that
he
we had.
literally. Oh my God, he literally. It was so weird too because he kept coming by.
Yeah.
He didn't have a toy with. He just kept coming. He kept like staring at us until at one point he just came over and was like, "Can I have some of that?" And we were like, "No." And then we got like really concerned because we were like, "Where is his parent?" Like we've seen him like running around.
Yeah. Unsupervised.
Unsupervised. We were like really concerned until I think we like got up. We asked him like, "Hey, are you okay? Like, do you need help? Where's your parent?" And he ran away from us, and we were gonna go find like a park ranger or something. I think this was in Central Park.
Yeah.
And we saw him with like two adults, and we were like, "Oh, we're like, oh, he's with his parents." And then we were like, "Are those his parents?"
His parents? Are they really his parents? Oh my gosh. We're like having like a mini freak out. Like, what if they're kidnapping this poor kid?
Yeah. But I think he looked very, very comfortable with them. I'm assuming those are his parents. I'm gonna assume those are his parents because I will be terrified
If it wasn't.
yeah, all these years later. So I'm
Yeah.
just gonna live with the thought that those were his parents until proven otherwise. But then again, I feel like if I hear about it, I wouldn't recognize his face.
I would definitely not recognize his face. I
Yeah.
barely remember what I did yesterday. And I was home all day.
Damn, your memory is going, hun.
Yeah, it comes with age, guys. The older you get, the more you forget. See, that rhymed a little.
No, you just rhyme forget with you just repeat it over. You just what? I hate when people do that. Oh my God.
Don't be a hater.
Don't do it again. We've
Awesome!
let's see what else. We've done movie nights, game nights. Game nights are fun.
Yeah, game nights are fun.
I really like our game nights.
I mean, it's good when we already have a game in mind.
I think that's true. I think what we do is we have game night and we don't have an exact game or set of games we are going to play.
And then we spend like
All this
all the
time on
time
one game and then we don't even finish the game because we're bored.
I think that's the fun part. I think the board when we're like playing and then we realize like we're not the only one who's tired of the game and then we just laugh about it and then we just move on to another game, but then it's time runs out. By the time we get to the second game, it's like, oh guys, look at the time, it's like 1 o'clock.
I'm tired. Let's go
Let's go
home. Does anyone want to go home? I want to go home. Good
I'm right
night.
behind you. Bye.
But I think I want to buy more games. Like, I want us to play Monopoly. I know we never will, but
I want us to play Monopoly.
you do?
I have a Deadpool theme Monopoly game that
Ooh.
I bought to play, and I haven't gotten a chance to play it yet. And it hurts my feelings that none of you guys want to play.
I would love to play it. I want to play Monopoly, but the thing is, I want to play it. I was gonna say I want to play it to completion, but that's a long time.
No, you can complete it if you go by the rules.
Yeah.
If you go by like,
and no one ever
random
goes by the rules of
people-
Monopoly.
Yeah, like if you go by like random rules based on how your family played, then there's a possibility you're never gonna finish it. But if you go by their specific rules,
Yeah.
because I have the Monopoly game on my PS4, and I play like 4 times because I think the computer cheats, but it's probably just me too. Because I tend to like land on things and just buy them because that's how you play. You buy things. When you land on them, you get money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
like
I
that.
would love Monopoly. I like Monopoly. I like Operation. Operation's fun. I like, what's that game? It's not Yahtzee.
Backhand?
No. Is it Sorry?
Sorry?
What's the one that you freak out at?
Me?
Yeah.
Charades?
No, yeah, that too.
Trivia?
Oh my god. You are so bad at charades and trivia.
I'm so bad at anything where I have to be smart.
You freak out under pressure, and then we always say, like, stop, do not freak out. It's not that serious.
It's serious, guys.
I don't know why you do this. And I love trivia games, but you, like,
No.
you just crack.
I crack.
And I don't know why.
I'm telling you, it's a serious game. It's
It's
like either you
not.
know the answer or you don't. And
So if you don't, then you don't.
no, I do. I think I do. I want to say I do. Maybe I don't. See, this is a problem that goes on in my head. I second guess what I'm thinking the answer might be, so I just freak out completely. Don't come to me with charades, trivia, because it's not gonna work out. I should never be your teammate.
Well, now
Ever.
I know not to
Just
have you on my
forget about
team
it.
for Family Feud.
Yeah, no. I freak out when I'm playing by myself on
You
my
know
phone.
what's funny that you say that? Because there's this, it's like this imitation game show place, and I think it's somewhere in Manhattan. This imitation game show, and like you need teams of 4, which sucks that we can't really do it because we're a group of like 5.
Okay, I could sit out.
No, but I don't want you to. That's the thing.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm no help.
Maybe, all right.
I could be a cheerleader.
All right. I would look into it for us if it's like all 5 of us can go, but you could just stay in the room. Like
Okay.
if like say 4, I would tell them like, can 4 of us play? 4 of us are gonna play, but this one's just gonna be there.
Yeah, I'll
Like,
just be there.
She'll be there for like moral support.
Yeah, I could hold your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I could do that. Ooh, I could be like, you know how Family Feud has that +1 person? I mean, I probably shouldn't be, because that would be no
You mean
help.
like someone to like call in?
Yeah, you're like,
I don't think they allow that.
yeah, but
That's what you want to be.
yeah, I think, actually, never mind. That sounds more.
That sounds like more problems.
Sounds like more problems. I'm your last hope, which is gonna make me freak out even more.
I know.
Just
You
forget
would
it.
be. You would. I promise you would not be my call-in for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Yeah, that sounds very wise.
You will.
and
You will not be
fair.
my call-in, so you don't have to
Yeah.
worry about
I
that.
will. Yeah, just when you win all that money, just don't forget me. That's all.
I can't. You'll probably be in the audience, and that's it.
Yeah, that's fine. I could watch you
Yeah, that's fine.
and judge from afar. Okay.
Maybe it's because I'm also just not much of a drinker in person. And one person. But I'm just not much of a drinker in general. So I would like for us to do more sober activities. And we have.
Yeah.
And it's fine. But I think how do I put it? I think, you know what it is that we do that I would think you're trying to say we should stop is like to not do sober activities and then just add on alcohol to it. Like just keep it a sober day.
Yeah.
I think we can do it. And this isn't to say for anyone drinking, anyone listening, we drink all the time. We don't, or at least I don't.
I don't know. I have my days.
It's
I
okay.
don't drink.
Adri and I have come to the realization we're on two different adult spectrums. We've met in the middle with water.
Right.
But I realize I'm on the adult spectrum of my beverage intake is water and iced coffee.
And then mine is like water and alcohol. Like there's no juice, no soda. Like I don't drink juice or soda, but I will drink alcohol.
Like a good Moscato like it is.
I'm in my room with a whole bottle of Moscato, and then I lie on my floor and go to sleep. I'm just lying on my floor listening to music, staring up at my ceiling. I'm good.
So are you like tired of drinking, or is it more so you're just tired of feeling like we're going out, we kind of have to?
I think the last one.
Like you kind of feel like...
It's not that I'm tired of drinking. Like, I don't mind drinking, because when we go out, I would have like a beer or two.
But I think I know what you mean, because like it's going to like a restaurant and drinking is different than just like I don't know, hanging out in your room and drinking. It's different. Like you don't have like, not saying you have to go drink at a restaurant, but it's not, and I also don't want to say expected, but it's a thing, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like a thing as adults.
Yeah.
Go out and we drink and we try to have fun to get away from. But like we should try to think of like other things that's fun as adult that don't include like going to a bar or restaurant or party.
Yeah, I think there's plenty of things. Honestly, I follow a couple of like things to do in New York, like Instagram pages, or even just look up, you can look up, I think Time has their own website where it's like things to do in New York. I do this every summer where I look that up just to see what you can do or whatever, because there's plenty of things you can do without drinking, and I think it's good to focus on activities to do without drinking, because again, not everyone drinks, and I think that should be acknowledged, that not everyone is going to drink every single time that they leave their house.
Yeah.
But I mean, of course we can but the thing is, we have done activities where we don't drink after high school. I have to say after high school, because we should not be drinking in high school.
Guys,
do not underage drink.
Right.
You don't do that.
Or drugs. Don't do drugs either.
Don't.
Yeah.
And we didn't do that.
No, we did not.
We did. We didn't do drugs. We did not do drugs. We did not do drugs. I'm just awkward. We did not do drugs. But I say all that to say we have done activities in high school where we could not drink because legally people would not give us alcohol. So it's like, why can't we just do those same things as adults and just willingly not include the alcohol?
That makes perfect sense. Okay, and are we out of time?
Are we out of time? We just went on and on.
We talk a lot, guys. I'm not sorry.
I'm not.
But yeah. So I'm gonna finish with a joke. Ready?
Sure.
Okay. Did you hear about the actor who fell through the floorboards?
The actor who fell through the floorboards? I'm trying to think of the punchline. No, I don't know. Who?
He was just going through a stage. That was funny. Whatever. everybody has a great sense of humor.
All right, guys, we are going to go. Hopefully you enjoyed this very first episode of This Is Random. If you want to hear more from us, you can follow us on Twitter at thisisrandom_TA. You can also listen to us on Apple, Spotify, Google, or wherever you just want to listen to your podcasts. Join us next week where we are going to be talking about traveling. That includes learning languages, cities, pretty much everything that has to do with traveling.
Woohoo! You've been listening to This Is Random with Téh and Adri.